Human trafficking is a global problem. It is one of the fastest growing criminal industries in the world. According to the U.S. Department of State Human Rights 2011 report, the Philippines is the fourth country with the most number of trafficked children. Female victim survivors are recruited as house helpers and club workers, and male victims as farm workers, factory workers, and laborers. Clearly, many women and children, in their effort to escape poverty, end up unwilling victims to human trafficking. There are estimated to be 375,000 women and girls in the sex trade in the Philippines, mostly between the ages of 15 and 20. Some are as young as 11. Government and NGO estimates on the number of women trafficked range from 300,000 to 400,000, and the number of children trafficked range from 60,000 to 100,000. The Philippine government recognizes it as a crime. Laws are enacted to protect trafficked women and children. Although we have significantly improved our standing in our fight against human trafficking, with the Philippines being classified from watch list to tier 2, the government remains vigilant.
And that there have been few convictions of trafficking offenders. But the report also notes
But the government can only do so much. National government agencies and international non-government organizations, as well as the private sector, need to forge partnerships to stop this crime. Among the NGOs active against human trafficking is Plan International Philippines.
Plan is a partner of the Philippine government in its fight against human trafficking. This project is anchored on 3 objectives. First, to strengthen community-based child protection mechanisms to prevent human trafficking. Second, to work for the recovery and reintegration of children survivors with their families and communities. And the third, to contribute to the national and international efforts to stop exploitation and trafficking in persons.
One of the projects implemented under Plan's Child Protection or Batang Ligtas program is the Anti-Trafficking in Persons project. This project has 6 components. First is the information drive against trafficking. This consists of using all forms of media, traditional as well as non-traditional, to inform the public. One of the highlights of this component is the participation of children.
May dalawa po uri kaming ginawang activity na patungkol po sa trafficking. Ito po ay ang theater arts training at poster making contest. Ang makikita niyo po dito ay ang theater arts training na kung saan ay tinulungan po kami ng Plan International para mahasa po ang talento ng mga kabataan sa theater arts training. At ginawa namin yung mga issue ng mga kabataan dito sa Masbate, lalo na po yung child trafficking. At ito po ngayon ang kampanya para mabuksan ang isipan ng mga tao dito sa Masbate na kung saan ay laganap na ang trafficking dito. At isa pa rin po na ginawa namin ay ang poster making na kung saan ay iginuguhit po namin dito ang mga child issues at lalong-lalo na po ang usaping child trafficking.
Stop child trafficking!
The children also develop public service announcements.
Sa ulo ng mga balita, deworming at filariasis campaign sa Barangay Liberty na isagawa na.
Second is the training of service providers such as social workers, law enforcers, state prosecutors, and local leaders.
With the inking of the Memorandum of Agreement, we were given mga gamit needed for the full operation of the center. Other than that, Plan also provided us with capability building trainings wherein kung titignan mo, lahat kami all started with scratch. We didn't have any training in terms of center operations. And Most of the trainings that were received or that were given by plan, no, in terms of operating and managing the center of Pasirungan.
At trainings regarding sa pag-handle po ng mga traffic persons, usually nag-conduct yung ating plan ng mga about sa mga trafficking at isa rin po ako sa beneficiary ng training po niyon. Pero usually kailangan po talaga kasi kung paano mo nga i-handle sila, paano ba ang mga kailangan gawin, mga pangangailangan, dapat po syempre alam din po yun ng
We have a very committed partner like the Plan International. Lahat ng ma-request namin, pag ganito, kahit on-call, hating gabi, ay, matik yan. And we are glad. Even Pasirungan, 24/7, pag may victims kami, inaano nila. And we are encouraging our leaders to put up a happy house for these people. Kasi yun ang kulang namin dito. Because we can help mas tipid kisang dadalhin natin sa mainland Bicol or Manila ang ating victims. And we are very happy of the result in the province of Masbate.
Bali yung unang training na undergo ko dito sa na-assisted ng plan, ano? Yung project kasi nila is the Community Empowerment Towards Prevention and Reintegration of Trafficked Persons or the CTRIP. So after that, nung bumalik kami dito sa provincial office, nag-aim kami na yung training na nagawa namin doon or in-undergo namin is i-conduct din namin dito sa provincial level. Kasi gusto ko, hindi yung ako lang ang makakaalam regarding doon sa training, kundi dapat pati yung mga kapwa ko pulis dito, kapwa ko investigador, especially the Women and Children Protection Desk officers na humahawak ng mga cases on violation against women and children.
Yung sa anti-trafficking, nabawasan na yung kasi noon may nai-report ako kay Mamaymay na mga bata. Yun nga ako yung nag-report na yung mga bata sinasakay na pala sa eroplano. Kasi totoo yun, 2 bata rito nahuli doon sa na-trap doon sa alin, hindi na nakatawid sa Matnog. Tapos pinabalik nung magulang. Kinabukasan pala airplane naman, Manila pa rin. Sa Manila sila nagpunta. Sa ngayon, medyo wala na akong narinig tungkol sa trafficking. Kaya nagpapasalamat ako dahil yung mga trainings na nai-impart ko din sa mga tao ay nababago rin yung buhay nila. Nalalaman nila ang kahalagahan ng batas.
Third is the establishment of community-based child protection mechanisms. Different sectors of the community work together for the prevention of trafficking and protection of trafficked persons. Local councils for the protection of children are established alongside other community-based groups.
Ang MOB tumutulong sa bata at saka yung mga nanay na abuso. Sa barangay hall. Bakit? Kasi yung bata may nag-report sa amin na CB na matatraffic daw to.
Alam ka nga, hindi ka pa pwede magtrabaho kay bata ka pa. Hindi ka pwede magtrabahoon kay kinahanglan, umiskwila ka.
Parang kami ang nagpo-protect sa mga bata, kami ang nagbabantay.
Ito ang mga kasama ko sa Bantay Panimalay dito sa Barangay Balnasan. Ito yung mga BNS, saka mga BHW, Tanod. Yung ginagawa namin sa barangay, kung mayroon mga nagagawa na kamalian sa mga bata, kami nagpapaabot sa mga barangay officials.
In Barangay Paraiso, Milagros, Masbate, the Barangay Council passed an ordinance specifically for the protection of children.
Ay paaram nyo sa iyo sityo na nasasakupan na bawal yan na magpatrabaho lalo na ang mga minor de edad.
With the establishment of these mechanisms, statistics showed a marked decrease in trafficking incidents. Most importantly, the cooperation between agencies contributed to this decline.
Ang sa amin po, pag gano'n na may report, fina-follow up din namin na talagang, halimbawa, kailangan na madakip namin yung suspect.
Pinakaresan po doon sa Kayabon, mga babae po lahat, narinig ng 3 bata na habang natutulog sila, dadalhin daw sila doon sa bar. Natakot yung 3 bata, kahit gabing-gabi, umiskapo sila. Tapos, naglakad sila, nakita sila ng barangay tanod. Tinurn over ng barangay tanod doon sa barangay kapitan. Then, yung barangay kapitan tumawag dito sa station, at the same time, tumawag din po sa akin.
Fourth is the establishment and operation of help desks in seaports and terminal areas. These are major choke points where suspected trafficked persons are intercepted and rescued. Help desks are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It informs passengers entering and leaving the ports on the issues and nature of human trafficking.
Sistema po namin dito sa port ng Masbate, pag may report po o may through text or call galing ng labas ng Masbate or dito mismo sa Masbate, nagko-coordinate po ako sa task force group, yung in charge sa operation ng help desk dito sa port. Kagaya po ng PPA, ng Maritime, saka Coast Guard. Kung ito po ay nadidetect namin na talagang trafficking, nire-refer po namin ito sa Bahay Pasirungan ng Masbate City. Nagkakandak din po kami ng mga orientation, school campaign and community campaign education on human trafficking. Dito po sa port, may regular meeting po kami ng task force. Yun naman pong porters, saka yung vendors, ticket canvassers, sila naman po yung task force group na tumutulong sa akin. At oriented na rin po sila kung ano po yung 9208, yung human trafficking.
Tumawag po sa akin yung ating mga staff dun sa Angkas at na-report po nila na mayroon sila na-rescue na 4 na mga minors. Ang edad ay 17 years old. Ito po ay tinutulungan kami ng mga task force. Sila po ang nag-endorse doon sa amin, staff sa Angkas. Meron po tayo dyan help desk sa Angkas at in-interview bawat isa ano ang mga reasons behind bakit po sila na-intercept ng ating mga staff. Ang kailangan po namin ay bigyan po kami ng assessment ng social worker at para ma-identify kung talaga po minor, i-contact po nila ang parents. Tapos pupunta po dito ang parents, Angkas, or together with their social workers para po tingnan at i-repatriate or ibalik po sa kanila.
Fifth is the establishment and operation of crisis centers. These are established in planned project areas. They serve as residential facilities of victim survivors until such time they are fully recovered and reintegrated into society.
Yung Angkas po, malaki po ang tulong niyan. Una-una kasi very transparent yung center natin. Madali matulungan yung mga victims po in trafficking. So once na bibigyan po sila ng mga counseling services, at aside from the counseling services, meron po tayo shelter po, dito po sila natutulog while undergoing counseling sessions, orientations, yung trafficking mismo ay natutulungan din at nakakapagpalinaw po ng isip ng mga minor na hindi pala kailangan nila magtrabaho at babalik na lang sila sa kanila. Sa paraan po ng pag-attend ng mga seminars na binibigay po ng plan, ay nahahasa din kami in terms of yung pag-handle ng mga cases, yung paano nila i-detect, yung mga ganyan, kung paano i-rescue. Kasi ang iba naman sa amin, lalo ng mga house parents, ay hindi social workers. Tapos, isang tulong din sa amin ng plan ay pag-augment din ng financial assistance.
The center is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have 6 house parents who are manning the center 24 hours a day in 3 shifts. No, from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., 3 p.m. to 11, and 11 to 7 a.m. again. So 2 in each shift. We also conduct rescue operations together with the WCPD of Masbate.
Sixth is the provision of treatment and aftercare services, including legal assistance. Victim survivors are introduced to an integrated assistance program.
Psychosocial services, we conduct individual casework, family counseling. We don't provide the medical services, but we refer. Since the city health office is just a few walk away.
Ito po yung aming examining area. Dito po natin ini-examine yung mga clients na for medical genital examination.
We do self-enhancement trainings also, or sessions. We do ego building, wherein our social worker was trained on that. With spiritual enhancement or renewal, we have partnership with the Daughters of Charity of Masbate, wherein they come to conduct spiritual or enhancement sessions with our clients. And we do pareho nitong isang case namin wherein in-enroll namin siya while awaiting for her case na magkaroon ng closure kasi hindi siya pwedeng ma-reintegrate sa family. So ang nangyari, dito muna namin siya pinapag-aral, distance and socialization. So it's not only for the staff ang ginagawa namin, but also for the clients. We bring them over to beaches, mga ganon. Dinadala namin sila sa mga parties. And kung minsan, mismo ang mga house parents, dinadala nila sa bahay nila pag may mga children parties. So, part of the family ang ginagawa namin.
Families of trafficking survivors meet regularly for updates on livelihood programs and status of their child survivor.
Direpon kay pag-airestoryahan namon ang amon pagkuansan sa livelihood kung ano na nangyayari.
Nagpasalamat man po ako sa survivor kay dahil sana nakapatuloy po ako sa pag-eskwela dahil may mga damo pa sang gastusan si mama, may nagaklase ako na magurang sa college, may tulo pa ako na manghod na nagaklase sa elementary. Ang mga kamanghudan ko na lang ginaproblema niya, wala na ako kay plan na po ang nagagastos sa akon. Salamat po.
Ang sa ako naman, sa livelihood na propose ang bahag patining. San una nakapanak man ako, tapos imbaligya ko man ito, ang mga oreg kay dahil ginagastos ko man sa akon eskwela, kaya na akon eskwela kaalis na, ang akon survivor. Dako-dako man ang pasalamat ko dahil dako-dako man ang pasalamat ko sa plan. Kay kun wala ang plan, ina nga akon subang, wala gad ka eskwela, kay kun ako lang dili ako makapa-eskwela. Kaya lang sa paagi sa nga survivor, nakapadayon na ni pag-eskwela sa akon anak. Kag dako-dako man ang amon sa ni pasalamat kay ini nga amon livelihood. Dako-dako na bulig, kag nakabulig mga talaga sa amon kay isad pa naghulog kami sa bangko. Ana amon savings ginahulog namon sa bangko. Kaya nagkakaigwa kami niyan sa passbook. Tapos nagdako man sa nin amon pagakuan kay nagahulog kami kada bulan. Biyoan kami 2,085 an amon ginahulog kay sa walo kami nagrupo. Tapos
addressing human trafficking does not end here. But one thing is certain, the war against this crime will succeed when strong partnerships are forged between the government, the communities, the private sector, and the international community.
Since 2003, when this law took effect, we have a total of 109 convictions involving 129 traffickers. With our concerted efforts and through the leadership of IACAT, we shall pursue the state policy to value the dignity of every person and guarantee the respect for human rights, and protect the people from the threat of violence and exploitation, and eliminate trafficking in persons. This will involve not only the successful prosecution of offenders, but also the reintegration of trafficked persons into society. And with the help of the NGOs, including Plan International, I hope we can all achieve this in the near future.
Plan Philippines will remain a steadfast partner of the Philippine government in the fight against human trafficking. We will continue what we started, and hopefully we will expand our coverage into other areas.
Sa mga batang katulad ko, huwag kayong matakot magsumbong kung biktima kayo ng trafficking, sapagkat may mga taong handang tumulong sa atin tulad ng Plan at saka DSWD. Hindi nila tayo pababayaan.